Besides all that shit, why it didn't stop you?
I tell my partner all the time, like, I don't really care about other people's opinions. Like, I'm only trying to impress little me. Like,
Thanks.
you know, high school me would be like real proud of me right now. Because, you know, at that time I was like, oh, I can't do this because of you know, this. And, you know, my parents came over here trying to give me a better life and I'm doing this, you know. And it's just like, in reality, it's like, man, I'm really living my dream life and I'm doing whatever I want. And it's just like, that's who I'm really trying to impress. I'm not trying to impress a lot of people, but I feel like the realer you are, like, just like in a sense and tapping in with like who you are, like people are gonna feel that. You see what I'm saying? So I just try to remain like just.
I don't think you consider yourself an LGBT rapper. You don't really.
I don't really like
put that flavor on you, like, you know, no offense to people that do it, but I just don't believe in that either. But why do you, I guess, not shy away from it, because I know that sound kind of fucked up, because it's not shying away from it. You just don't just focus on, oh, I'm LGBT, I'm an LGBT rapper. Why do you fuck with everybody and work with everybody?
Yeah, I feel that. Like, I feel like, not like as in a competition, but I feel like I can hold up. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm not like, oh, like Texas female artist in a sense. Like I feel like I'm doing things that, you know, male artists, you know.
You can hold your on the stage with the best of them, not just females, not just males, gay, straight. You just, to me, and I could be wrong, it's like you universal. Like you damn near for everybody. The loners, the people that don't fit in, but the ones who don't give a fuck about fitting in. But that's what I get. I could just listening to the music and shit, you could just.
What we were doing right before we came up here. Like I love.
For those who don't know what that is, what is thrifting?
So it's when you go to Goodwill, Salvation Army, little thrift shops, especially here in Houston, big cities have like these, and there's like gems, hidden gems in there. You know what I mean? Like stuff that you can't find, you can't buy this stuff in the store. Like you gotta be in the 90s, in the 80s, you know, or sometimes even just stuff that you can't get in general. Like, or sometimes it is, but it's like, it's just a different little, I like to pick up more music.
I know you told me about the projects, music.
Yes, we got two tapes coming out soon, and just a lot of music, a lot of content, a lot of the music that I recorded last year. So a lot of the stuff that I dropped this year or last year was the year before that. So we're gonna be dropping a lot of stuff that we recorded last year and a lot of stuff that we recorded at the beginning of the year. And I'm so excited. We got a lot of Spanish music, a lot of English music, all kinds of vibes, and just good vibes. And
Good vibes, for real, man. In the studio, what's the vibes like? Like, how do you get in your element? Do you like a lot of people? Do you a lot of weed? Is it a lot of alcohol? Is it a lot of women, men? Like, how's the studio vibe when you in your element, in your zone?
Usually just me and an engineer.
Okay,
but usually I have my own setup at home. So like I'll record there, make a reference, and I'll kind of listen to it in the car, and then I'll maybe do some ad-libs in the car, like by myself, or you know, whatever it might be, and then kind of just vibe off that and try to make the best song. So when I go to a professional studio to get it mixed and mastered, I already kind of know what it's gonna sound like. But I go by myself. Like I'll either go with my partner. I'll be like, what do you think? Because I feel like every artist is probably, like a lot of artists that I've met, they're always like, I feel like we always have this thing where we always think that we could have done better. Like, we're like, damn, I could have added this little ad lib here, or this little sound here, or I could have said this word instead, or did this, and I feel like that's just, I guess the more you listen to it, and you never want to rush anything too.
Big facts. Big facts.
You never want to rush anything.
Big facts.
So, but that's what the studio vibe look like. A little, you know, blunt, sometimes a little drink, but by myself usually.
So you ain't gotta, but you know how artists gotta have like 30 people. That's a good thing. You gotta have like a bunch of people in there with you, man. Yeah. I'm happy to see that you down now.
Look, if you're watching this right now, look, if you are a supporter of mine, yo, tap in with your local promoters. Let them know that you wanna have JelloMauri in your town, and we can most definitely work something out. And I want to know too, reach out to me if you're watching this, DM me. I'll respond to DMs, or my manager. Y'all make sure, because we try to link up and most definitely can do something. So y'all just let me know and let your promoters know, and I'll be there.
Man, that's dope.
We'll travel. We're willing to travel. So.
And music is full time. This is what you do full time.
Yes.
How did you pick up playing the sax?
School.
Oh, shit, okay.
I was a banner, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was in the marching band.
People frown upon a band, but I think being in a band is one of the most genius things you could do in high school because you go fucking everywhere. It's like it's a 200-300 people. It's a unique experience.
And it's a bond too with the people.
Not what?
Yeah, like I loved all my saxophone, like you know, all the instruments really, and it was just a cool experience. I think.
Is that the only one you know how to play, or you know how to play other shit?
I feel like the ability to be able to play the saxophone helps me produce better because it's like just the timing and just you know just the beats in a sense and like certain instruments that I need like bass, treble, like I feel like it just kind of helps me and I think that's one of the best things that my parents did for me was like let me be in band and give me my own sax because I've had that sax since I was like in junior high, like 6th grade.
And still have it?
Yeah. It was in the video, that's the one.
Damn, I wonder. Talk about what it's like being, I guess, a Mexican American rapper. I know it's like been a surge in the past 5-6 years of just more representation for the brown rappers, and I love to see that shit. Like I said, I'm kind of old school. You know, I come from like the SPM, Chingo Bling era. Please don't judge me. Yeah. But what it's like, man, just finally just, you been out here doing your thing as far as represent, but what it's like to finally see like just the representation?
I'm excited. I feel like it's just just the more the merrier in a sense, you know, and it's just more content and more music, more vibes, you know. So it's exciting. Like I feel like it's like a good time to be doing this if you know, like if you're passionate about it and it's just like I said, exciting and I feel like it gives people opportunities too, you know what I mean? Like and I feel like Texas that's what I love about the state of Texas. Is that our hip hop is different from any other state.
We got our own right.
We got our own sound, you know, just in Texas in general, and it's beautiful. Man, and it's beautiful to be able to collaborate with all the artists that I have, like you know, be given the opportunity to do so.
Have you ever been starstruck, or you just treat
always? Okay. My partner's always like, "Yo," but I don't care. I'm a fan first.
Right.
I'm a fan.
What your partner say? What? Don't be store.
Yeah, always. I'm like, you know, even like people I don't like haven't made music with, but I be meeting them, and I'm just like, I'm a fan of you. You know, like I love what you do. Like you inspire me. I this or that. I saw this, and you made me want to whatever, and I be telling. I'm not afraid to tell people what they mean to me, or like you know, like I'm not gonna sit there and be like hateful, or be like, you know, like
I get what you're saying.
So Gavilan, Reverie, Limes Brixton, like I feel like I was able to go on tour with Reverie and Gavilan. And that was a really monumental time for me because it was like, man, like I remember.
I'm on tour.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's dope.
Yeah, and being a fan of them, and then being like, holy crap, like I'm really on this tour, like I must be doing something right.
I feel that makes sense. One more, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me on this good Saturday.
Thank you so much.
How hard is it being a woman in a male-dominated industry?
I think.
It
has pros and cons. Really.
Okay.
Because sometimes I'm like the only performer, you know, that, you know, and I'm just like, I feel like that I can stand out, but sometimes I feel like also females like don't. So whenever females want to work with me, I feel like very appreciative because hip hop's already a certain. Not everybody wants to work with
each other.
Exactly,
right.
But I feel like females and LGBT like. They're a little territorial in a sense, so when other people want to work with me, I'm like, thank you so much because I'm willing to bob and chill.
It's weird to see because it's like they'll be like, oh, the men don't rock with each other. Have y'all met women? Have y'all been to this gay world? They don't fuck with each other. It's all weird to see, so I can see why you'll be appreciative. Like, damn, okay, yeah, let's work. That's crazy. That's crazy. Do you think it's harder to get the support being a female in it, or it's just like kind of like you grind for what you know, you gonna get it regardless?
Yes, that's how I feel. I feel like people are gonna notice. You know what I mean? I feel like people are gonna feel it, and then that's how they just gonna rock with me because they're gonna feel the vibes, and that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue doing.
I feel that Backstreet shit. Anybody want to give some last minute shout outs to, some love to before we get out of here?
Yeah, shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad, shout out to my two brothers, Mario, my DJ, Yair Lieutenant. Shout out to
it's a family affair.
Yes.
Shit, I like that.
And Yo Graphic Girl here. And Backstreets would go. Yeah.
Man, I appreciate
you. Thank you so much for having us. It was super fun.
Well, did I make that YouTube, IG, all that great stuff where they can go tap in with you?
Yeah, January 29th, we're dropping Para Que. We'll be back in Houston. February 5th, we'll be back in Houston at the White Swan Live. If you're watching this, pull up. It's gonna be a movie